2026 SSA alert. Government begins taking half your Social Security check. Retirees have just 30 days to stop it. It's a quiet Tuesday morning. Margaret, age 71, walks to her mailbox like she does every day. She pulls out a single white envelope. The return address reads, Social Security Administration. She opens it at her kitchen table. The letter says she was overpaid, $8,400. And starting in 30 days, the government will begin taking half of her monthly check every single month until the debt is paid back. Her hands start to shake. She didn't do anything wrong. She reported every change. She followed every rule. But the letter is real. The clock has already started ticking. And here's the part nobody is telling seniors right now. If Margaret waits even one day too long, she will lose $1,035 every month, possibly for years. Stay with me, because in the next 10 minutes I'm going to show you exactly how to stop this letter from destroying your retirement, and the one form most seniors have never even heard of. Hello, my friends. I am Masha. I am a senior policy analyst, and for years I have helped retirees just like you understand the rules that decide whether your Social Security check stays full or gets cut in half. Today's video is one of the most important I have ever recorded. Because in 2026, the Social Security Administration is sending out overpayment notices to thousands of retirees. And most of them have no idea they only have a 30-day window to protect their money. I'm going to walk you through 3 things, slowly and clearly. The exact rule SSA is now enforcing, the 2 forms that can completely stop the withholding, and the 3 steps you must take the moment a letter like this arrives. But please, stay with me until the very end, because there is one hidden mistake, a mistake almost every senior makes when they open this letter, that can cost you your appeal rights forever. I will save that warning for the final part of this video. Let me tell you about Robert. Robert is 67 years old. He's a retired electrician from Ohio. He worked for 44 years. He paid into Social Security every single paycheck, and when he finally retired, he was proud of his $2,180 monthly benefit. It paid his mortgage, his medications, and left a little for his grandchildren on birthdays. Robert did everything right. He reported when his wife passed away. He reported when he sold his old truck. He even called Social Security twice just to double-check that his earnings record was correct. Then, one afternoon in February, the letter came. The Social Security Administration claimed Robert had been overpaid $6,200 going back to 2023. The reason? A delayed update inside SSA's own computer system. Not Robert's fault, not his mistake. But here's where the trap closed. Robert did what most honest seniors do. He felt embarrassed. He thought, well, the government must be right. I'll just pay it back slowly. So he set the letter aside. He told himself he'd deal with it next week. On day 31, his next deposit hit his bank account. Instead of $2,180, it was $1,090. Half of his check, gone. Robert called Social Security. He waited on hold for 3 hours, and when he finally got through, the representative told him the same thing she tells everyone. Sir, the 30-day window has passed. The withholding has already started. Robert lost over $12,000 before his case was finally reviewed. Money he will likely never get back. And here is the heartbreaking part. If Robert had filled out one single form within those first 30 days, none of this would have happened. That form is what I want to show you next. Let me show you exactly what the law says, straight from Social Security's own website. On March 27, 2025, the Social Security Administration reinstated something called the 100% default withholding rate for new overpayments. That meant if SSA decided you were overpaid, they could take your entire monthly check until the debt was settled. After enormous public outcry, including pressure from AARP, SSA issued an emergency message on April 25, 2025, softening the rule. The new default rate became 50% of your monthly benefit, not 10%. Not a small amount, half. For the average retiree in 2026 receiving about $2,071 a month, that's roughly $1,035 disappearing from your check every single month until the full debt is paid off. and that can take 2, 3, even 5 years. Now here's the part that shocks most people. According to Social Security's own Inspector General, the leading cause of overpayments is not seniors lying or hiding income. It's SSA's own processing mistakes, delayed updates, computer errors, paperwork that sat in a pile for 6 months. In other words, most overpayments are not your fault, but the law still requires SSA to come collect. So let me explain your two main weapons. The first is called an appeal. The form is SSA 561U2. This is when you say, "I do not agree I was overpaid," or "the amount is wrong." Filing this within 30 days completely pauses the withholding until SSA decides. You have 60 days total to file the appeal itself. The second is called a waiver. The form is SSA 632BK. This is when you say, "Yes, I was overpaid, but it wasn't my fault and I can't afford to pay it back." A waiver has no time limit, but if you file it within 30 days, collection stops immediately. There is also a third form most seniors have never heard of. It's called Form SSA 634, the Request for Change in Overpayment Recovery Rate. This form lets you ask SSA to take less than 50% by showing them your monthly bills, rent, medications, and groceries. By law, SSA must consider your financial hardship. And here is the exact promise SSA makes on their own website. We will wait at least 30 days after sending the overpayment notice before starting to collect the money. If you ask for a waiver or appeal within 30 days, we won't collect the money until we decide on your request. That sentence right there is your shield. Now let me tell you what happens if you do nothing. On day 31, SSA automatically begins taking 50% of your check. It continues every month, sometimes for years. If you pass away before the debt is repaid, SSA is legally permitted to collect the rest from your surviving spouse or dependent children's benefits, and after 60 days, you generally lose your right to appeal at all, unless you can prove good cause. This is why the next 2 minutes are so important. If you ever receive an overpayment letter from Social Security, whether it's tomorrow, next month, or never, I want you to remember these 3 steps. Write them down, put them on your refrigerator. Step 1. Open the letter the same day it arrives. Write the date on it. That date starts your 2 clocks. The 30-day clock to stop withholding. The 60-day clock to appeal. Do not let the letter sit on your kitchen counter. Do not assume it's a scam. The real notice always arrives by U.S. mail, never by phone, email, or text. Step 2. Decide which form fits your situation, then file it within 30 days. If you believe SSA made a mistake about whether you were overpaid, file Form SSA 561U2. That's the request for reconsideration. If you agree you were overpaid but it wasn't your fault and you can't afford to pay it back, file Form SSA 632BK. That's the waiver request. If you simply cannot afford 50% being taken, file Form SSA 634 to negotiate a smaller amount. You can download all 3 forms free at ssa.gov/forms, and you can submit them online, by mail, or in person at your local Social Security office. Step 3. Get free help. You do not have to face this alone. You have the legal right to be represented by an attorney, by a senior advocate, or by a non-attorney representative, completely free of charge in most cases. Call your local legal aid office, your area agency on aging, or visit aarp.org. They handle overpayment cases every single day. And if your waiver is denied, you have the right to a personal conference, a face-to-face meeting with an SSA decision-maker before they take a single dollar from you. And now, the hidden mistake I promised you at the beginning. Many seniors, when they get this letter, call the 1-800 number and verbally agree they were overpaid. They say, "Yes, that sounds right, I'll pay it back." That single sentence can be used as evidence against you in your own appeal. Never admit fault on the phone. Never agree to anything verbally. Always put your response in writing, on the official forms. That one rule alone has saved retirees thousands of dollars. My friends, I want you to listen to me very carefully. The rules affecting your Social Security, your Medicare, your pension, your bank account, and even your travel. They are changing faster in 2026 than at any other time in recent memory. New overpayment notices are going out every week. New Medicare denial rules are taking effect. New banking restrictions on senior accounts are quietly being approved. And YouTube does not always show you my videos in time. Sometimes a notification comes a week late, sometimes not at all. By then, your 30-day window may already be gone. That is why I created the Global Senior Alerts official WhatsApp channel. When you click the link in the description below, you will join a free private channel where I personally send real-time alerts the moment a new SSA rule, Medicare change, pension update, banking restriction, or airport regulation is announced. You'll also receive a free copy of my Senior Benefits Protection Guide, a printable PDF that includes the exact language to use when calling Social Security, a checklist of every form mentioned in this video, sample appeal and waiver letters you can copy, and a one-page emergency action plan to keep on your refrigerator. Click the link, join the channel, download the guide. It is 100% free, and it could be the most important thing you do for your retirement this month. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up, not for me, but so YouTube shows it to another senior who may have that same letter sitting on their kitchen table tonight. Share it with your spouse, share it with your sister, share it with the neighbor across the street who lives alone. You have worked your entire life for this benefit. Nobody, not even the government, has the right to take it from you without giving you the chance to fight back. I am Masha. Stay informed, stay protected, stay, and I will see you in the next one.